Good afternoon, hockey fans. For today's matinee matchup, as your Utah Hockey Club travels to LA to take on the LA Kings. Rosters for today's game, Utah with a bit of a lineup shifts. Nick Bukestad returning to the lineup finally. Lines, first line staying the same. Keller, Hayton, Schmaltz. Second line, Doan now on the left wing. Cooley, Gunther staying the same. Third line, Maselli, Bukestad, and Kraus now. And the fourth line, McBain, Stenlin, and Kerfoot. Defense will stay mostly the same for Utah. Sergachev, Kessler, and rounding out that first pair. Cole and Lamoureux on the second. Kolyachonok and Bortuzzo on the third. Ingram in net for Utah. LA, Byfield, Kopitar, Kempe rounding out that top line. Fiala, Denol, and Moore rounding out the second. Fogle, Turcotte, and Lafayette on the third, and Lee, Lewis, and Janot on the fourth. Defense for the Kings, Anderson, Spence, top pairing. Gavrikov, Burrows on the second, Edmondson, and Clark on the third, and Kemper in net returning. Puck drop just seconds away. Here we go. Utah win that first draw back. Kesslering, he'll pass it up the middle. It's Keller, he'll pass it over to Schmaltz on the right side. Now into the right corner, around the net. Hayton tries to get to it. Sergachev tries to dump it around the net, not able to. Still held up behind the net. Bounces in front. Kings trying to come away with it. They'll clear. Denol in it, center ice. Battling around, Kings have it, moving in the Utah zone now. Fiala on the right side. Tries to get it behind the net. Utah will pick it up, though. Schmaltz able to dump it out of the zone. Kings there to pick it right back up. Moving up the left side. They'll dump it around. Kept in the zone, bounce in front, but Utah able to pick it right back up. Moving out of the zone with it. Cross ice pass to Kraus. Maselli with it. Right side. Byfield to come away with it. Moving up center ice quickly. Gets in the Utah zone. Defense able to take it away from him. Bounce back to center ice. Kings there to pick it up. Barely dumps it in the zone. Utah able to pick it up. Would have been an offsides for the Kings anyway, so they get a second to control it. Lamoureux will hold it at the right dot. Pass it up to Gunther. He'll move up the right side with speed. Dumps it around the net. Not able to hold it. Kings able to move back out of the zone with it. Tries to get a centering pass. Utah come away with it, but they'll hold it on the left boards. Both teams fighting for it. Kings shot from the right point. Saved by Ingram, and he'll hold it. 18-14 left in the first now. First shot finally on the net. Kings with that first shot. I believe it was Spence with that big shot from the right point. Gets it right on Ingram. He's able to save that. See if he can bounce back from that 4-0 drop that he had on, what was that, Tuesday? Would have been Tuesday now. See if he can bounce back after getting a few days of rest. Lewis and Kerfoot on the draw, right side in the Utah zone. Now it'll be McBain and Lewis. Kerfoot's kicked out of the circle. Battle at dot. Kings come away with it. Looks the shot on net, goes wide. Behind the net, Stenlin. He'll get it over to Lamoureux. He's able to get it up and out of the zone. Kerfoot tries to get it around. McBain racing for it, but Fiala there, right there with him. Held up in the left corner of the King zone just for a second. The Kings come away with it. Looks like we'll get a delayed penalty. And we will. Kings will go on the power play early. Cole will take a 2-minute interference call against Jeannot. Kings go to the power play early. Utah penalty kill, I believe, going 2 for 4 last game, but against a much tougher Colorado penalty kill. We'll see if the Kings can do the same, or if that Utah penalty kill can kind of tighten down and prevent the Kings from taking away this game early. Left side draw in the Utah zone. It'll be Stenlin and Kopitar on the draw. Utah able to come away with it. Sergachev, he'll dump out of the zone, all the way back down to the Kings' end. Kerfoot providing pressure there, forcing the Kings to act a little quicker than they would have liked. Offside for the Kings. Trying to get that entry, unable to. .143 left in the Kings power play. Left side draw. Be McBain and Kopitar on the draw. Kings will win it back. Behind their own net. Clark passes it up. Over to Fiala. And that left side, he'll leave it for Kopitar at that right left side. Back to left point for Clark. He'll pass it over. Back to Clark at the point. Looking for a shot, not able to find it. Pass to Kopitar on that left side. Can't hold the pass for a shot quick enough. Back to him. Shot in the middle. Saved by Ingram. Beautiful pass over to Fiala. Not able to get the shot there. Kraus will just dump it into the Kings zone to kill some time. Clark will hold it behind the Kings net. 1 minute left in the penalty for Utah. Kings dump it up quickly. Ingram there. He'll fling it around the right side. He'll bounce out of the Utah zone if just barely. Kings holding their own zone. Left for Byfield. He'll dump it around. Ingram tries to slow, not able to. Battling in the right corner. Pop out to the right point. Pass cross left side. Shot in front. Deflected. Battling in that right corner. Back to the right point. Byfield trying to get it on the left side. Utah will clear it out of the zone. Kings back in with it. Byfield in the middle. Shot goes wide. Right corner. Lamoureux there to pick it up. Pass right to the Kings. Big shot from the right point. Flex goes wide. Bertuzzo tries to clear it. Right back to the right point. Byfield at the left point. Can't hold the pass to get that shot off immediately. Long pass on the left side. Whiffs on the shot. Byfield shot. Deflected. Back to the right point. Big shot from the point. Deflected again. Utah able to finally clear it out. And they will kill off that penalty as well. Good attempts from LA on that power play, but nothing in yet. Utah still without a shot, but only 5 minutes in, nothing to be worried about yet. Stenlin and Kopitar on the draw. Utah won it back. Tries wrapping around the net, not able to. Bounced in front. Doan fighting for it. Utah will clear it, held up along those right boards. Clark with it. He'll pass it up. Tries to roll into the Utah zone, not able to. Utah move again. It's Cooley on the right side. He'll get behind the net. Tries to get it in front. Gunther with a shot, deflected. Doan with it behind the net. Moving to that right side. Tries to get it behind the net to Cooley. Kings there to prevent. Trying to get out of the zone with it, and they will. It's Kempe battling in the left corner of the Utah zone. Kesselring there with him. Kings come away with it. Shot goes up and above the net. Still in play. Right point. Tries to get it behind the net to Kopitar. Goes a little too far. Kesselring tries to pick it up behind the net. Doan will grab it on the right side instead. Now Kesselring finally grabs it. Utah moving behind their own net with it. Kings with pressure, not letting Utah set up in their own zone at all. Poking it quickly back into the Utah zone. Battling in the left corner. Schmaltz there. Kings trying to wrap it around the net. Utah finally able to clear it far out. Kings will pick it right back up, though. Moving back into the Utah zone again. Kings with great pressure so far. Utah not able to get in the King zone at all so far. See if they finally do on this attempt. They'll ring around the boards. Kemper there to stop. Passed over to Anderson. He'll try and pass it up. Kings trying to get back in the Utah zone. Battling in the neutral ice. Here they come back up the other way. Maselli right side. Pass across, shot. Deflected in front. Nice pass over to Kraus there. Kemper there with the block. Bertuzzo shot on net, goes wide. Kraus at the left corner. Tries to get it over to Bukestad, not able to. Pressure from the Kings. Kings move back out of their own net with it. Out of their own zone with it. Gavrikov, he'll ring it around the boards. Lamoureux there to pick it up. Missed pass by Utah, but it gets out of their zone anyway. Ring around the boards again. Kesselring will pick it up. He'll clear it out of the Utah zone. He'll go all the way down for an icing. 12:49 left in the first. Shots tied at 3. Kings with some good defensive pressure so far. Though Utah has been getting a few more chances here in these last few minutes. Maselli with that beautiful pass right across the front of the net. Right on the stick of Kraus. Hits that right pad of Kemper. Left side draw in the Utah zone. It'll be Turcotte and Bukestad. Bukestad will win it back. Kings will pick it right back up, though. Held along the left boards. Utah trying to poke it out, and they will. Maselli, he'll chip it into the king zone. Clark there to pick it up behind their own net. Trying to get it deep. Bounces up and goes over the boards. 12:25 left in the first. Shots tied at 3-0 in yet. You're listening to Utah, LA on Utah 801, home of Utah hockey. Both teams with good pressure so far in this first. Goalie's keeping both teams in it so far. Kings probably with more offensive pressure, but Utah battling back in these last few minutes. See if they can bounce back from dropping the last two games, only scoring one goal in each of, or not in each of them, and just together. Kings ring around the board, but Utah there to pick it up. Kings try to get a shot in the front, not able to. McBain moving up the left side. He'll get it over the red line. Tries to get it in the right corner, not able to. Kings there to pick it up. Utah moving back up. McBain, he'll dump it in the left corner this time. Edmondson there. Kings trying to get some passing, keep it out. Shot from Utah, blocked by Kemper. McBain tries to get that pass in front, not able to. Bounces right over Kessler, Kings back the other way. It's Byfield up the left side. Tries to get a pass over to Kopitar, not able to. All the way out of the Utah zone. Kings dump it, so no icing. Clark there to pick it up behind his own net. Finally move out with it. Utah able to pick it up in the King zone, though. Moving in, shot. Deflected there. Dumped all the way down back in the Utah zone. It will be an icing on the Kings. I believe it was Cooley on that last rush there. Picks that pass off as the Kings try and get it out of their zone. But good deflection from the Kings defense there. Good defense from Kesselring on that last play to prevent that cross-ice pass over to Kopitar. Lewis and Cooley on the draw. Left side draw in the Kings zone. Both tying for it. Utah comes away with it. Pass back to left point. Brings all the way around. Right side. Gunther and Bortuzzo fighting for it. Doan there with him. Still fighting for it along those right boards. Bortuzzo shot in front. Deflects back from that right side. Doan there to pick it up. He'll ring it around the boards. Kolichanuk gets around the boards. Cooley there to pick it up. Tries to get a pass in front. Utah will keep it in the zone at the very least. Gunther dumps it back in the corner. Still held up the right boards, both fighting for it. Kings tried to clear it out, not able to. Ends up back behind the net around the left side. Kolichanuk just not able to keep it in. It'll roll all the way back to the Utah zone. No icing. So he will hold and wait for the change. 10:25 left in the first. Utah dumps it deep in the right side, but goes on net. Kemper will hold. 10:19 now in the first. Shot sitting at 4-3 for Utah. Some good pressure, but that defense keeping to the outside. Utah, I would think, at least hoping to get out of this first period without a goal against. Denal and Hayton on the draw. Bounced around the dot. Kings come away with it, though. Denal passes it over. Utah will clear it right back out of their zone. Lightly put into the Kings zone. It's Anderson there to pick it up. Brings it around the right side. Cole will pick it up. Jumps deep into the King zone. It will be an icing, just barely. Yeah, you have to think if you're Utah, you just hope to come out of this period without a goal against, unlike the last two, where you came out of it down 4-2. So anything's better than that. Utah able to clear it out of their zone, so that draw was tied up all the way down, and another icing on Utah. So back to the Utah zone we go for the draw. Still on that left side draw. Hayden in the no again. Tied up at the dot. Utah comes away with it. We'll see if they ice it again. Decides not to this time. Hayden on the right side. He'll get it behind the net. Keller there. He'll ring around the left side. Looks for a shot in front. Not able to get anything there. Kraus tries to get the shot in front. King's there to pick it up. Was Sergachev with the shot in front earlier. He'll pass it up. Maselli moving in. Pass the left side for Kraus. Shot goes wide. Bounces up into the netting. Play blown dead. 9:16 left in the first. Shots now sitting at 5-3 for Utah, but still scoreless. You're listening to Utah versus LA on Utah 801, home of Utah Hockey Radio. Back from commercial now, still scoreless. Do you have to say Utah looks way better in this first period than they have the last few games? Which, I guess in fairness, is not too difficult. Keller, Kopitar, both captains on the draw. Left side draw in the King zone. If we ever want to drop this puck. Finally, Kings win it back. They'll ring around the right side. Byfield there to pick it up. Back to left side now. Hayton there with pressure. Wide pass. Keller able to dump it back in the King zone. Gavrikov there to pick it up. Tries to clear, and he will. Held up in neutral ice. Kings with it now. Moving in. It's Kempe. Gets to the front. Blocked by Ingram. Just waiting to see if that slid in. Big shot from the point. Goes wide. Byfield tries to get a pass back up in the front. Not able to. Schmaltz move back out with it. Pass over to Keller on the right side. In the right corner now. Keller still fighting for it. Bounces in front. Schmaltz with it for a second. Hayton. He'll get it over to Keller. Tries to pass off Lamoureux. Big shot from the left side point for Sergachev. Saved by Kempe. Or not Kempe, Kemper. That was more likely Cole with that big shot, but regardless, saved. Kempe on that last drive. Ingram able to just get it with the... Oh, he doesn't get anything. That just goes wide on that shot. Looked like he got just enough of the pad on it, but Kempe just puts that one wide. Utah lucky on that. Drop the left side. Tied up. Maselli come away with it on the left side. Looks for a pass in the front to Kraus. Not able to get it. Kept in by Utah just for a second. Moving up the other way. It's the Kings. Moving in. Saved by Ingram. It looks like we're going to have another delayed penalty. It'll be a slashing call. Lamoureux will take a 2-minute slashing against Fogle. Kings back on the power play. A Utah defense able to prevent anything that first time. We'll see if they can do it again. Kind of a light penalty on Lamoureux there. A little tap on the glove. They'll call that a slashing. Regardless, Kings on the power play. 8:05 left in the first. Shot 7-4 in favor of Utah, but still no goals. Stanley Kopitar on the draw. Kings will win it. Spence behind the net. Kopitar looks for a shot on the left side. Nothing there. There'll be another penalty. Kings will take a penalty, so it'll be 4-on-4. Then Utah will get the power play advantage. It'll be Fiala. Believe that it's an interference. So I believe what they're calling it. It is. So we'll play 4-on-4. 7:57 left in the first. That 2-minute interference on Stenlin. Right side draw. It'll be Bukestad. Bukestad and Denal on the draw. Now it'll be Maselli and Denal on the draw. Kings will win it back. Just barely. Clark. Kings just passing around in their own zone. Minute 40 on the 4-on-4. Then Utah will have the power play advantage. Kings able to pass it up. Moving up the left side, Stenol. Held up behind the board, or behind the net. Maselli will come away with it just for a second. Kings fighting in that left corner for it. Tries to get it in front. Maselli able to pass it up and out. Here's Sergachev on the right side. Shot on net, saved by Kemper. Good job moving in for Sergachev. Nice shot right on the body. Kemper with the easy save. Minute 14 left on the 4-on-4 now. Should be a right side draw in the Kings zone. If we cut away from the penalty box, it will be. Schmaltz and Kopitar on the draw. Tied up at the dot, pushed in the King's right corner. Lightly tries to clear it. Keller now picks it up in the right corner. Moves back, tries to get a pass across to Kolyachonok, not able to. Behind the King's net, they'll hold it. Passed up to Gavrikov. Pass across to Kopitar. Tries to get the shot off. Bortuzzo prevents. Held up in that left corner. Back to Kempe. Left point. He'll pass it over to the right side. Looks for the shot in front. Deflects. Schmaltz there to pick it up. Back to Bortuzzo. 25 seconds left on the 4-on-4. Kerfoot moving up quickly up the right side. Gets it deep in the King's zone, but all alone can't do much. Kings come back away with it. Held up in the right corner. Both teams battling for it. Kings come away with it. Edmondson, left side shot, goes wide. Bounce up into the netting. 1 second left on the 4-on-4. Utah will then have, I believe, about a 20-second power play. It might even be shorter than that. It might be about an 8-second power play. Regardless, not long. Shots now sitting at 7-5, Utah favor. 6:05 left, left side draw. Cole come away with it. Lamoureux able to pass it up into the King zone. Edmondson there pegged it up. Stenlin fighting in that left corner for it. Gunther keep it in. Cooley fighting for it in that right corner. But Fiala able to push him away. Gunther keeps it in that right corner. Big hit by Cole. Puck still in that right corner. Kings try and come away with it for about the third time now. They finally will. Moving up quickly. Shot from the left, shot from the right side. Saved by Ingram. Big shot. Spence moves up quickly up that right side. Big shot on net. Ingram able to save. That big hit from Cole earlier keeps that puck in just for a sec. No shots on net, though. 5:23 left in the first. You're listening to Utah Kings on Utah 801 at Utah Hockey Radio. Both teams with a good effort so far in this first. Utah definitely looking better than the last two first periods. Lineup shakeup could be what they needed. Kessling behind the Utah net. He'll pass it over to Doan. Utah moving up out of the zone now with it. Tries to get it on that right side. Kerfoot there with pressure. There will be a whistle. Just for an offsides, though. No penalty on that. Yeah, Utah looking way better in this first. Bukestad's return may be contributing to that. But it could also be just losing both last two games 4-0 and then 5-1. You're going to need a big bounce back today, especially since you're playing the Sharks the next game. You're going to want a big bounce back before then. Utah in the King zone now with it. Once again along those right side boards, Kerfoot and Doan, they're battling for it. They'll move behind the net. Spence there to pick it up behind the King zone, behind the King's net. Bounce into center ice. Kerfoot there to pick it up. Utah cool it down in their own zone. Here's Maselli moving up the right side. Tries to get it in just for a second, not able to. Lee able to get it out of the King zone. Cole there, forcing the left corner of the Utah zone. Lee and Janot in the corner battling for it, but Lamoureux tries to get it up and out. Kings barely don't keep it in the zone, actually. It would have been an offsides for him. Lamoureux picks it up in the Utah zone. Passed up to Bukestad, who moved along the right side, tries to get a shot in front, blocked. Lee tries to come away with it. Utah pushes it further in the King zone. Wrapped around the boards. Back over to Anderson. Passed up into the Utah zone. Cole in the corner with it. Tries to get it up Lamoureux. Utah will come away with it. It's Hayton. Moving up quickly. Over to Keller. Held up along the right side. Long ice pass to Kessling. Moves in front. Shot deflects up and into the netting. Beautiful pass and beautiful shot on Kemper there. Just not able to get anything on. There will be a penalty from that. It'll be Janot. So Utah will go into the second on the power play as well. Or no, they won't. Read the number wrong. Regardless, they have the power play now. See if they can do much better than the other two games. Janot will take a penalty against Kesselring for something. For a hooking call. Left side draw in the King zone. Kings won it back behind their own net, fling it all the way around. Utah not able to keep it in. Sergachev behind the Utah net. Moving up with it. He'll leave it back. It's Keller moving up center ice. Pass over to Schmaltz. He'll get it over to Gunther. Or at least they try to, but it will be an offsides instead. Right side dot outside the King zone. Hayden and Byfield on the draw. 1:42 left in the Utah power play. Sergachev, he'll get it up to Schmaltz. Over on that left side for Keller. Schmaltz, back over to Sergachev. He'll get it to Gunther on the right side. Looks for the shot in front. Gets to Hayden, but no shot there. Back to Sergachev at the point. It's Keller on the right side. Back to Hayden behind the net. Back to Keller on the right side. Still no shooting lanes he sees. Hayden, back to Keller. Keller tries to get the shot in front. Tries to get the deflection by Schmaltz. Nothing there. Edmondson behind the King's net. He'll fling it all the way down. Gets it on net, in fact. Sergachev, he'll dump it back for Keller, for Schmaltz. Bounce over to Hayden. He'll get it in the zone. Keller fighting for it. Kings try and clear. Barely not able to. Sergachev jumps in that right zone. Or into the right corner. Gunther. Schmaltz on the right side. Tries to wrap it around. Not able to. Sergachev will pick it up. Back to Utah zone just for a sec. Dumped into the King zone. Kemper there. He'll get it around to Gavrikov. Kings will hold it, and they'll finally launch it all the way down. Krause there to pick it up. 20 seconds left in the Utah power play. Here's Cooley. Moving across, back to Krause. Krause, shot, goes wide. Bounces out. Deneau there with pressure on Kesselring. Doesn't get anything there. Cooley moving back up with it, and the Kings will kill off that penalty. Utah trying to move back in the zone. Kings pick it off right at their blue line. Get it in the zone, doesn't matter. Kesselring will dump it right back out. Kings pick it right back up to center ice. Dumped around again. Kesselring will hold it behind his own net. Leaves it for Cole. 1:15 left in the first. Shots 9-6 in the Utah favor. Great pressure from both teams, but no goals yet. Still a minute. We'll see if that changes. Utah tries to get it in, but an offsides instead prevents that. 1:05 left in the first. Whenever we want to cut away from Ingram and back into the zone. Center ice draw, Kopitar and Kerfoot. Kerfoot wins it back. Cole tries to chip it up. Stenlund with it. He'll move up. Gets it in the left corner. Both teams now fighting for it. Utah tries to come away with it. Kings able to tip it out of their own zone. Cole get to it first back in the Utah zone. Pass it up to center ice. Here's Kerfoot moving up the right side. He'll slow. Moves to the right corner. Pass back to the right point. Shot from Kesselring goes wide. Chipped into the middle. Both teams fighting for it. Kings come away with it. 25 seconds. Right side tries to get the pass in front. Ingram will push that to the left side. Utah comes away with it. Stenlund. Kerfoot dumps him around to that right side. 10 seconds left. Utah keeps it in though. Held up along the right boards into the right corner. Kings with it now. 2 seconds. And with that will end the first period. Scoreless after 20, but not from a lack of effort. Both teams doing very well so far. See if that continues into the next 40. You're listening to Utah Kings on Utah 801 Utah Hockey Radio. We will see you back in 15. Welcome back. So we get ready to start the second period. Stats from that first: shots 9-6 in the Utah favor. Faceoffs 13-9 in the Utah favor. Both teams 0 for 2 on the power play. See, both teams hoping to likely, I would assume, change that if they do happen to get one again. Hits 10-8 in the Utah favor. Utah looking way better than they did that first period. We'll see if they can keep that momentum up. Second period starting any second now. Whenever we want to cut away from the shot of the bench and actually get this game back underway. Still on that shot of the bench. There we go. Finally decided to start this period. Kopitar hating on the draw. Tied up at the dot. Kings come away with it. Fiala will double back. Over to Gavrikov. He'll pass it up. Held up in the left corner of the Utah zone. Back behind the net. In the right corner. Sergachev there to pick it up. Tries to clear it. Schmaltz there to pick it up. Utah moving back up the other way quickly. Kessering dumps it behind the net. Tries to at the very least. Either Kemper catches that or it hits the netting regardless. Play blown dead. Utah looking to hopefully start the second off with a bit more pressure. Kings able to control the first few minutes before it kind of equaled out in that first. See if Utah gets away with it early. Left side draw. Kopitar hating again. Kopitar will win it back this time behind the Kings net. Flung around the right side. Back in the right corner. Utah poking at it. Gavrikov will get to it first. Dumped out of the Kings net. Will be on net, so no icing. Kings get it in the middle. Kempe tries to get the shot off, not able to. Missed the pass there. Clark gets shot in front that's blocked. Held up the right boards. Gunther tries passed up into the King zone, not able to. But he'll try again. Cooley on the left side. He'll get it over to Cole. Cole looks for a shot on net, goes wide. Kings pick it up behind their own net. Moving out with it now. Edmondson tries to move in the zone. Utah will prevent. Back to center ice. Tries to get into the King zone if for just a second. Bounces all the way back out. Kempe shot. Bounces, goes wide. Kolichanok will grab it. Up to Maselli up the left side. Back. Tries to get it back over to Kolichanok. It'll bounce back, but dumped into the King zone regardless. Wrapped around the right side. Utah barely not able to keep it in. They'll move back out with it. Passed up. Krause tries to get it in the zone. Kings able to get it out. Held up the right boards of the neutral zone. Utah back with it again, but forced back in their own zone. Bukestad, he'll pass it up. Over to Maselli on the left side. Too much pressure, can't get a shot off. Kings doing a good job controlling defensively so far. Utah trying their best to get in. Kesslering, he'll give it over to Sergachev. Tries to clear it out, not able to. McBain behind the net with it. Both teams fighting for it. Right side, Stenlin able to wrap around the boards to the left corner. Sergachev there to pick it up the left side. Looks for the shot in front, goes wide. Kings try and clear, not able to. Sergachev will get it over to Kerfoot. He'll move on over to the right side. Kesslering with it. Back to Sergachev. He'll move to the middle point. Right side shot. Saved by Kemper. Kept into the right corner. Fighting for it. Bounces into the center. Kings able to get it, and finally they'll clear it out of their zone. Utah picks it right back up in their own, but not without pressure. Held up the right boards of the Utah zone. Shot goes wide by the Kings. That's Lewis with that shot there that goes wide. Kings back in their own zone with it. Gavrikov holds it right outside the Utah zone. He'll pass it back. Kings just kind of walking the blue line outside the zone. They'll finally get in. Moving into that right corner. It's Moore. Tries to look for that pass in front of Null. Not able to get it. Hayton moving out with it. Keller trying to poke at it. Not able to. Hayton back over to Keller on the right side. Looks for that pass over to Schmaltz. Doesn't get far enough. Kings move back out of the zone with it. Cole will hold behind the Utah net, waiting for the change. 15:50 left in the second. Passed all the way up and around. No icing. Held up in the left corner. Cooley trying to get to it. Kings come away with it, though. Here they come back up the other way. It's Kempe. Moving in. Right side. Looks for the centering shot. Nothing there. Bounces all the way out of the Utah zone. Back over to Spence. He'll pass it up quickly. Rolls all the way back down. It will be an icing. Score still tied at 0 so far. Both teams with good pressure, but nothing yet. Shot sitting at 11-8 Utah. $15:22 left in the second. Right side draw in the King zone. Back to Kulichanik, who get a quick shot, goes wide. Maselli trying to catch the rebound. Good pressure from the Kings to prevent. Held up the left boards. Kraus tries to come away with it. Bounces barely out of the King zone. Utah able to pick it up quickly. It's Bukestad up the left side, moving in. Tries to get it to the front. Saved by Kemper. Kempe coming away with it now. He'll dump it around the right side, but not before Kulichanik can prevent. Maselli, he'll drop it back to Kraus. Kraus shot goes wide. Looking for the rebound there. Nothing there. Kulichanik shot the right side, goes wide. Kulichanik will hold it at the left point. Moving to the center. Pass over to the right side. Shot. Stenlin's blocked. Kings able to clear it all the way out. Down. And no icing. Lamoureux will pass it up quickly. There will be a whistle blown there. Likely an offsides, and it is. Utah with some good pressure on that last rush. Just trying to throw everything they have to the net, see if they can catch Kemper on a kind of an off angle. That Kings defense preventing any good shots from really going in. And Clark there picking up that rebound, preventing Utah from catching it. They grab it, likely a goal in, but always a chance. Right side draw in the Utah zone. Utah comes away with it. Trying to clear, but unable to. It's Turcotte. He'll move around the net with it. Forcing that left corner. Lafayette will grab it left side. Back to Turcotte. Held up in the left corner. Cole and Kerfoot there to prevent it. Utah get out with it. Lamoureux. Passed up to McBain. Tries to get the pass over to Kerfoot. Not able to. Dumped into the King zone, but King's there to pick it up. Passed all the way up. Lafayette tries to get the pass over. Pass in front. Saved by Ingram, and he'll hold. Gets that pass over to Turcotte, but Ingram with the big save. Keeps this game tied at 0. 13:47. Both teams with good rushes so far. Utah throwing everything they have at the net. Ingram keeping Utah in this. You're listening to Utah Kings on Utah 801 Utah Hockey Radio. Both teams with good chances so far in the second. Nothing yet, though. Kings will win the draw. Gavrikov tries dumping around. Utah there to prevent. Held up the left side boards, neutral zone. Sergachev will hold it. Moving up with it. Tries to get it in. Kings prevent. Pass over. Moore with it. Held up in the right corner. Denault tries to get a centering pass. Fiala, and there will be a whistle. Will be a penalty on Utah. Kesselring will take a 2-minute holding against Moore. Kings back on the power play. 0 for 2 so far tonight, or today, I guess. We'll see if that continues, or if the Kings are able to grab one on this. 13:22 left in the second. Yeah, fair penalty as he Kesselring just kind of holds Moore up against the boards there. Nothing you can do about that. I guess just not take the penalty, but too far past that. Left side draw. Utah win it back. Cole, he'll dump it all the way out and around. Kerfoot there with pressure, but Kings able to grab it softly. Here's Kempe, moving up out of the King zone. Moving in with speed up the left side. He'll ring it around. Lafayette, he'll pass it around back that left side. Kings with it on the left side, back to left point. Kopitar on that left side. Tries to get it to Fiala in the front, not able to. Clark will keep it in for the Kings. Tries another centering pass to Fiala, not able to. Utah moves back up the other way. Dumped into the King zone. 1:07 left on the Kings power play. Kings moving back up with it. Lafayette up the right side. He'll ring it around. Over to Clark on the right point. Back over to Kempe. Back to Clark. Clark shot, and it goes in. Catches the tip, and that will go in for the Kings. Shot from the point. Kings strike first. Up 1-0. Just throwing what they have at the net. Catches the tip. Bounces up into that right corner. Beautiful goal. Clark will see if Lafayette gets the tip. They're crediting it to Clark, so it doesn't look like it. Kings win the draw. They'll ring it around the right side. Ingram there to hold. Well, he'll hold it behind the net for a sec. Bounce in front. Shot on Ingram and a save. Clark with his first of the season. Kempe and Fiala with the assists. Goal on the power play. Left side draw in the Utah zone. Held up the dot for a sec. Utah comes away with it around the right side. McBain passing the center for Bortuzzo. Over to Kerfoot. Shot from the right side. Bounce in front. Shot again. Bounces wide. Kerfoot with another one deflected. It'll be Edmondson now with it. He'll get it up out of the King zone. Battling along that blue line. Bounces all the way back to King's blue line. Moves back up quickly. Kings pick it right back up. It's Turcotte. Shot from the right point again by Spence. Blocked. Goes wide. Will be a whistle. 11:17 left in the second. Kings up 1. Shots now sitting at 13-12 Utah. Looking at that goal again, it looked like Sergachev actually got the tip on that. So that should still be Clark's goal, not the tip they were looking for. Utah dumps it in the King zone, wraps around the net. Kemper there. He'll ring it around the right side. Bounces up, hits the netting. Play is blown dead. Yeah, just a tough break for Utah. Lafayette looking for the tip there, but doesn't need to. Regardless, a better start to the game than the last two for Utah, and that's something. Right side draw, it'll be Denault and Bukestad. Bukestad wins it back. Lamoureux gets the pass over. Cole, shot in front, goes wide. Passed across. Dumped that right back, dumped into the left corner of the Utah zone. Held up the right side. Both teams fighting for it. Bounces in front. Utah able to come away with it. Kraus gets it over to Maselli on the left side. He'll dump it around the boards. Not fast enough. King's able to get to it first. Utah keeps it in. Looks for the centering pass. Utah, or not Utah. Kings pick it up. Dumped all the way down. Hayton gets to it first. Good pressure, though. Loses it. Kings behind the net now with it. Pass across to Byfield. He'll dump it into the left corner. Denault, Byfield, Hayton, Kesselring battling along the left boards. Everybody gathering around those boards. Utah comes away with it. Kraus gets it over the line. King's able to pick it off right quick. Trying to move back in the zone, but Utah gets to it first. Pass up to Keller, moving up the right side. He'll pass it up over to Schmaltz. Back to Hayton. Shot goes up and wide. Schmaltz picks it up the left side. Moving in, shot in front. Blocked, saved by Kemper, and he'll hold. Some words exchange after that. Both teams kind of going at it now. Held up behind the net. Seems like we got all that sorted out. Good chance from Utah, but nothing yet. Kings up 1. You're listening to Utah, LA on Utah 801 Utah Hockey Radio. .943 left in the second. Utah down 1. Off an unfortunate tip by Sergachev in front. Shot sitting at 15-12 Utah, but Kings with the one that matters. See if Utah can bounce back in the second, or at the very minimum, hold them to 1. Because they don't want this game getting out of control like the last few. Right side draw in the Utah zone. Denault and Hayton on the draw. Held up the point, held up the circle. Kings moving back up the other way quickly. It's Fiala. Drops back too far, drops out of the zone. Tries to get the long pass up to Keller, not able to. Held in that right corner. Keller, or that left corner. Doesn't matter, bounces out of the zone. Koleachana gets it over to Kesselring. Jumps it up to Schmaltz. Barely gets in the zone. King's able to pick it up, though. Bounces over to Moore. Moore moving back up the other way. Long pass across. Denault and Keller fighting for it. Utah able to clear it out. Kings moving back up with it. Lewis. Pass it behind the net. Held up by Fiala. Pass in front. Kesselring it there to pick it off. Dumped up out of the zone, but King's there to pick it right back up. Both teams fighting for it. Neutral ice bounces in back in the Utah zone. Doan there to pick it up. Able to get it out of the zone. Once again, Kings pick it up in neutral ice. Spence trying to make something there, not able to. Doan will hold in the Utah zone just for a second, moves back up with it. Gunther rings it around. Kemp there to stop it for a sec. He'll pass it over. Clark trying to get in, not able to. Offside for the Kings, though. Kings dominating so far after this commercial there. After coming back from the commercial. All Kings. Utah barely even able to clear it. Get it in neutralized for just a sec. Just enough to get a change, but nothing for Utah yet. Hold the lead in shots still, but doesn't matter if you're down one. 15-12 still on shots. That's the only kind of bright side is the Utah defense is preventing shots. But if you're in your own zone the whole time, you can't score goals. Center ice, Kings will pick it up. Moving back up the right side. Lafayette tries to find a slot through, not able to. McBain will pick it up. Tosses it lightly. Kerfoot trying to get to it. Kings will get to it first. Passed up. Lafayette moving up the right side. Tries to get a pass across the Spence. Bounces over his stick, though. Utah. They'll get it out of their zone, and they're moving up with it. Cole moving up. Trips over the blue line, though. Kings moving back up the other way. Kempe tried to get a breakaway there, but the Utah defense preventing. Pass up to Cole, pounces up over his stick. He's forced to dump it deep. Maselli there for pressure. But Clark able to pass it up. Bertuzzo tries to clear it out, not able to. Here's Kempe. At the point shot, bounces in front. Moves in, Kings up 2. Bounces across. The Kings will put a second one up. Just kind of floated in front on that right side. Everybody focused on that side. Squeezes over to the left. And Kings able to put that in to go up 2. Yeah, bounces in front. Shot, nobody really knows where it is. Kopitar tries to wrap around on it, but Edmondson lunges in, and he'll pick that goal up for the Kings. Just some unfortunate bounces. Nothing you can do if you're Utah on that one. Dumped deep by the Kings for an offside, or not an offside, for an icing. 6:45 left in the second. Shot sitting at 15-13. Kings up 2. Utah's going to need to hunker down if they don't want to end this game 4-0 or 5-1 again. Kopitar with the assist on that goal. Kopitar with the assist and Byfield with the other assist on that second goal for the Kings. Behind the net, Utah, both teams fighting for it. Wraps around the left side. Kolyachonok looks for a shot. Bounces up into the netting. 6:30 now left in the second. They get that face-off win. They move along that right side. They look for that centering pass on that last rush there, but Kemper able to stop anything. Looking for another tip in front. Nothing there to find, though. Left side draw in the King zone. It'll be Denault and Keller. Whenever we decide to want to stop chatting around and drop this puck. Oh, ref's trying to figure something out. All right, guess they figured it out. Just the clock to 6:30. Kings able to win that draw, moving up quickly. Denault will dump it in right corner. Sergachev trying to fight and come away with it. Denault will instead at the right corner. Tries to. Fiala there with pressure. Broken stick. Can't do much about that. Kings pick it off anyway. Shot in front. Bounces saved. And a whistle blown. Be an LA penalty for a cross check. Utah will go back on the power play. Before we get to that, a good Utah almost had another one go in on them. So they're able to pick that pass off in front. Ingram gets just enough of it. More behind the net, picks that pass off. Nice pass in front. Looks like it hit the post or barely caught Ingram's pads. Fiala gets that 2-minute cross-checking against Hayton. See if Utah can bring this lead back down to 1. Not a good start, though, as the Kings are able to dump it out. Kesselring, he'll hold it in the Utah zone. 5:55 left in the second. 1:45 left on the power play. Cooley moving up quickly. Krause along that left side. He'll leave it back to left point for Kesselring. Pass across to Bukestad. Cooley with it. Moving in. Tries to get a pass over to Maselli. Not able to. Kept in the King zone. Kesselring at the point. Over to Maselli on the left side. Moves deep. Looks for that pass in the front. Gavrikov prevents that. Wrapped around back that left point. Kesselring. Up to Krause. He'll bounce it behind the net. Cooley pass in front to Maselli. Big shot from Kesselring at the point. Goes wide. Kings will dump it out of the zone. 1:05 left in the Utah power play. 5:05 left in the period. Utah still in their own zone with it. Schmaltz will move it up finally. Keller back over to Schmaltz. Passed over. Kings. They'll dump it all the way back down. Sergachev will go to retrieve. 40 seconds now in the Utah power play. Moving up, trying to get in again. Keller on that left side. He'll dump it over to Hayton. Doesn't matter though. King's able to dump it right back out. "20 seconds. Utah looking to get in one last time. Keller moving in with speed. He'll get it over to Hayton on that left side. Flung all the way down to the right side. Sergachev. Pass over to Keller. Bounces over a stick though. Can't hold that pass. Bounces in front. Kept in by Sergachev. Over to Keller on the right side. Back to Sergachev. Big shot from Keller. And they'll score! Might have barely been on the power play. Might not have. Regardless, big shot from Keller from the right point. And Utah brings this back within 1. Sergachev passed from the point. Big shot. Beats Kemper on that left side, glove side. And Utah's back within one. Barely not on the power play for Utah there. But regardless, they get one in. So I don't think they'll be complaining. .405 left in the second. Score now 2-1 Kings. Into the King zone. Kemper. He'll wrap it around the right side. Utah there. Tries to pick it up. It'll bounce too far out. Kings pick it up and neutralize. Moving in quickly. Tries to get a backhand. Ingram with the save. I believe that was Lewis moving up the left side to get it in. 3:47 left in the second. Utah brings it within one on that beautiful shot from Keller. You're listening to Utah LA on a Utah 801 Utah Hockey Radio. Utah down within one. About 3.5 left in the second. 3:47 left. Utah won it back behind their own net. Kesselring moving up with it. Pass across to Sergachev. He'll get it up over the line, dumping around the boards. Right side, Kings able to get to it first. Utah keeps it in the zone, though. Behind the net, Kemper rings it around right side. Finally gets out of the King zone. Cole there racing for it. He'll get to it first. He'll hold behind the Utah net. 3:15 left in the second. Utah moving back up the other way. Stenlin, he'll ring it around the right side. Ring it around to the left side. Apologies. Cole, big shot from the point, saved by Kemper. Shots now sitting at 18-15 for the Utah. But the Kings with the more important of the two. See if Utah can get one last kind of big rush in these last 3 minutes, or if Kings will hold them back. Left side draw. It'll be Turcotte and Doan. Held up, Utah able to win it back. Still on that left side with it, moving back to the left point. Cooley. Moving around, he'll get it to that right point. Held up in the right corner now. Utah keep it in, or at least they thought they would, bounce back out. Kings hold it in their own zone. Passed up. Turcotte trying to get that pass bounced up over a stick, though. Utah moving back in. It's Gunther. Shot goes wide. Moves around the left side in the King zone. King's there to pick it up. It's Lafayette moving back up the other way. Gets in, dropped. Shot deflected. Utah back up the other way with it. It's Bukestad. He'll leave it across. Kraus looks at pass in front. Nobody there. Or people are there, just can't get that shot off. Lafayette moving up with pressure. Utah will pick it up in their own zone, though. Lamoureux passes it up to Bukestad. 1:50 left in the second. Utah will dump it around. Will end up in that right side. Bounces too far up over their sticks. Here come the Kings back up the other way. Spence dumps into that right corner. Doesn't matter though, Utah there to pick it up. Bounce up out of their zone if just for a sec. Clark will dump it right back in. On net, Ingram passes it over. Now Sergachev behind the Utah net. Over to Kraus. Passed up to Maselli, can't control the pass though. Bounce back to the Utah zone. Sergachev. Passed up to center. Over to Keller, gets that pass right back to Schmaltz. Schmaltz shot in front. Kemper barely not able to hold on to that, but he will eventually. Looks like shot on the body, thought he had it, bounces down right in front of him, able to grab it with ease. 1:07 left in the second. Beautiful passing from Utah on that last play. Yeah, it's just right on front, and Kemper thinks he has it, bounces in front of him though, so controls it all the same. Right side draw on the King zone. It'll be Denault and Schmaltz. Kings will win it. Bounces around the dot though. Kings try and clear. Unable to. Utah keep it in. Shot in front. Deflected. Keller fighting for it. Not able to get it. Kings able to clear it out. Bounces into the Utah zone. Whistle. Believe for an offsides. The assists on that last Utah goal, Sergachev and Schmaltz. 45.4 left in the second now. Shot sitting at 19-16 Utah. Center ice draw. Kings will win it back. All the way back behind their own net. Wrapped around the left side. Able to get it up and out. Lamoureux will get to it first in the Utah zone. Byfield there with good pressure. Cole now picking it up. 30 seconds left in the second. Bounced up. Moving up the left side. Stenlin tries to get a pass in the front. Not able to. 20 seconds left. Kings moving back up the other way. It's Moore. Held up at the blue line. On net, Ingram will hold. 14.5 left in the second now. If we could cut away from the bench and maybe finish up this period, it's only 14 and a half seconds. Right side draw in the Utah zone. It'll be Lewis and Hayton. Utah win it back. Dumped up and out of the zone. Bounces at center ice. 5 seconds left. Kings moving in on that left side. Run around the boards, and that will be the end of the second. Kings up 2-1. Though both teams still with that good offense, similar to the first there. See if Utah can tie this up, or if the Kings will come away with it. You're listening to Utah LA on Utah 801 Utah Hockey Radio. And I'll update the intermission slide in a second because I forgot to do that. We'll be back in 15. Welcome back. So we get ready to start the third period. Kings up 2-1 against Utah. Looking at second period, shots 10-11 in the second for Kings advantage there. Total 19-17 Utah advantage. Face-offs, Utah up 25-19. Utah 0 for 3 on the power play. Kings 1 for 3 now on the power play. Hits sitting at 13-19 Kings favor. Block shots 5-11 for the Kings. Utah only down 1, 20 minutes. Anything can happen. Looking to not lose 3 in a row. Puck drop just seconds away. We'll see if Utah comes out swinging like they did that second period, or if Kings will do it like the first. Regardless, it seemed to kind of balance out who was controlling. But we'll see. Anything can happen. Here we go. Hayden Denault on the draw. Tied up at the dot. Kings come away with it. Launched around, takes a weird bounce in front. Ingram able to stop it. Held up in the left corner. Sergachev moving away with it. He'll pass it up to Schmaltz. He'll get it up to Hayden up the right side. Slows. Back to Keller in the front. He'll get a backhand on it. Goes wide, though. Behind the net, Utah trying to come away with it. Kingswell instead. Moving up the right side. Back behind the net, Utah trying to get it out. Goes too far. Gavrikov tries to get a shot in front. Blocked. Another shot in front by Lafayette goes wide. Utah finally able to clear it out. Kings pick it right back up. Here's Clark moving up the left side. Got pressure from Keller and Schmaltz with him. Not able to get anything there. Lamoureux will get it up and out. Goes all the way down for a Utah icing. So back to the Utah zone we will go. Left side draw, Stenlund Kopitar. Kopitar wins it back cleanly. Shot from Edmondson, blocked. Clark moving in. Can't get to the center. Kopitar right back to Edmondson. Another shot goes in. Edmondson, another big shot from the point. Not sure if that one was tipped. That's the wrong. There it is. Kings up 3-1 now. Another big shot. See if that was tipped. Regardless, went in. Just see who. Hard to tell from that angle. We'll see in a minute. It didn't look tipped. They also don't give us the best angles on TV. Utah trying to come away with it. Held up the right boards, or left boards. Back in the King zone. Kopitar there to get it over to Spence. He'll try to clear it, not able to. Shot in front. Nothing there. Byfield. He'll clear it up and out. Over to the right side of the Utah zone. Kempe trying to get in. Trying to get a tripping call, unable to get that. Utah holding their own zone. So I can turn that off. They are crediting that goal to Edmonton. Or not Edmonton, Edmondson. Still held up the right or left boards. Kings moving back up the other way. It's Lee, left side. Lamoureux prevents the shot from getting off. Held up in the left corner. Cooley, he'll get it up to Doan. Doan moving in the center. Kings run him from getting in the zone. Left side boards. Cooley there to pick it up. Tries to get a shot from an odd angle, unable to get anything there. Kept in by Kraus. All the way around. Back all the way around the other way. Bortuzzo, right side, looks for a shot in front, goes wide. Kolyachonok bounces over his stick. Kings will pick it up and clear. Utah moving back in. Bortuzzo, he'll dump it into the right corner. Edmondson tries to get to it first. He'll jump to the left side. Catches an edge. Kraus with it. Good defense from Kings prevents anything. Utah moving back in. It's Bukestad, left side. Tries to get a centering pass. Nothing there. Back around the boards. Clarks picks it up. Dumped all the way down and out. On net. Ingram pushes to the left side. Kings pick it up. Dump deep. Byfield. Run around to the left boards. Kings will keep it in. Janot. Get it over to tries to get to Byfield. Shot from the right side. Saved by Ingram. 16:32 now left in the third. Score now 3-1 Kings. Shots 20-18 for Utah. Kings with good pressure now. Doing what they did in that second, controlling pretty much both sides. Utah has been able to get in to the Kings zone a little, just not able to get quality shots off. Kings keeping them to the outside when possible. Right side draw in the Utah zone. They'll do it again. Tied up at the dot, both fighting for it. Utah comes away with it. Schmaltz up to the left side. Barely out of the zone. Cole dumped around the left side of the Kings zone. Battling on those right boards. Bounces out. Big speed up for Moore. Trying to get to it first, but Cole there to grab it. Utah moving back up the other way, unable to get in the Kings zone. Here they come. Lafayette. Whiffs on the shot. Back in the left corner. Utah trying to clear. Held back in the zone, but they're controlling it now. Keller. Passed over to Kerfoot. He's able to get deep in the Kings zone. Behind the net. He'll wrap it around the left side. McBain there. Moving deep behind the net. Right side looks for the wraparound. Nothing there. Sergachev. Passes it back. Looks for a shot in front. King's able to get it out. Kessering with the pass in front. Utah able to get it up and out of their zone, but just for a sec, Sergachev not able to hold the pass. Here comes Utah back up the other way. Wrapped around behind the net. King's able to come away with it, though. King's moving in the zone. Tries to get a pass up to Turcotte. Nothing there, though. Behind the net, Kings try to get a pass in front. Nothing able. Big pressure from the Kings. Right side. Tries to get a pass in front. Nothing there. Looks for that deflection by Lee. Unable to get it. Fogle with big pressure. Pops in front. Not able to get it to him. Gunther finally able to clear it. All the way back down. No icing. Kings move it right back immediately. Utah moves it back up now to their zone. Back into the King zone. Look for a shot on net. Not able to get it. Held up in the left corner. Clark, he'll dump it up and out. That'll be a icing on the Kings. 13:59 left in the third. Utah's got about 14 minutes to get two in. See if they can do it, or if the Kings will keep controlling like they have been all period. Left side draw, both teams tied up with it. Utah comes away. Dancing line, looks for a shot, deflects up and into the netting. $13.50 left in the third. Kings up 3-1. You're listening to Utah LA on Utah 801 Utah Hockey Radio. $13.50 left in the third. Utah down 2. Kings doing a good job controlling so far. We'll see if they can keep that up. Utah's going to need a big rush here if they want to bring this back within 1. Utah bouncing in front, looking for something. Nothing there. Back to the point. Big shot. Kesselring. Saved by Kemper. $13.40 left in the third now. Utah putting on pressure, but that LA defense, and most importantly Kemper, have been keeping the Kings in it so far. Those shots only sitting at 21-19 Utah, so it has been close. Bukestad, Kopitar, left side draw in the Kings zone. Bukestad, Byfield now. Bounce in the front. Kings trying to grab it. Byfield not able to clear. Dump back behind the net. In the right corner now. Dumped all the way out. Utah able to get to it first. Good pressure by Kempe. Great pressure by Kempe. Kesselring trying to get it out. Not able to. Sergachev finally able to clear it out of the Utah zone. It'll bounce up and out of play. Once Utah's in the LA zone, they've been doing good, but the Kings, once they get it out, they're controlling both sides, getting in the zone and keeping it in the Utah zone, and then preventing them from getting it back out for an extended period of time. Just enough to get that change and then get it right back in. Right side draw to Nalton Cooley. Nalt wins it back cleanly. Passed around the boards. Utah trying to pick it up in the left corner. Bounce to the left boards. Utah moving back out with it. Here's Cooley up the right side. Bounces in front. Tries to get it across to Doe. Not able to. Held up the right boards. Both still fighting for it. Bounced in on net. Kemper will hold. 12:46 now in the third. Kings keeping them to that right side boards, just preventing anything from being set up, though they had a good rush there. That last attempt. We'll see if now in the zone they have any better luck. Right side draw. It'll be Stenlin and Byfield. Bounce to the right side. Kulichanik moving in. Tries to get a pass in front. Bounces out. Kings moving back out with it. Deep in the right corner of the Utah zone now. Able to come away. Utah able to come away with it. Stenlin, he'll ring it around the boards. Kings able to clear it right back out, though. Moving back up the other way. Back in the left corner. Kerfoot tries to get a pass out. Kings keep it in. Shot bounces wide. Shot from the right side. Bounce in front. Ingram with the save. Shots now sitting 22-20. Utah favor. .12:04 left. Right side draw in the Utah zone. Hayton and Denault. Utah come away with it, moving behind their own net. Bounce off Schmaltz skate. Kessling there to try and pick it up, held up in the left corner. Kings will keep it in just barely. Bounce back right to Utah, though, and they'll get it out. Keller, pass over to Kesselring. Trying to chip it up into the zone, bounces over the stick of Hayton. Good pressure. Keller with it. He'll move in. Slows on that right side, trying to get a centering pass. Not able to. Kings able to dump it back into the Utah zone. Over to the right side now. Moving back behind the net to the left. Looks for a centering shot. Not able to get it. Lafayette. Over to Lewis. Or over to Lee. Bounces out. Kings moving back up with it. Lee, he'll ring it around the boards. Stop behind the Utah net. Here's Maselli moving up with it. He'll dump to the right side. Kings able to get to it first behind their own net. Try and get it out along the left side boards. And they will. Up to Lee. He'll get a centering pass. Here comes Lafayette with it. Here comes Turcotte with it. Doesn't matter regardless. Save by Ingram. That's twice now I know of that this game Turcotte's been stopped on a rush like that. So I'm sure he's looking for one. Yeah, good shot from Turcotte there. Just that's twice now he's been stopped. 10:43 left in the third. Kings still up 3-1. Shots 22-21 for Utah. Right side draw on the or left side draw on the Utah zone. Utah come away with it. Gunther moving up the left side. Kings will get it back though. Their own zone with it. Passed up to Byfield. Kempe able to dump it around. Right on net. Ingram, he'll dump it over. Here comes Utah back up the other way. Over to Keller on the left side. He'll walk the line. Leaves it on the left side. Kesselring moving in. Looks for a centering pass and wow. Just dumps it in front. And Utah back within one. Just Kesselring moving up that left side and it just bounces in front. Looks like it just bounces 5-hole past Kemper. Bit of a lucky goal, but you'll take it if you're Utah at this point. Yep, just squeaks by. Cooley might be awarded that goal. We'll have to see. They are giving that to Cooley, so he did tip that in. Utah now back within 1. Kings moving back into the Utah zone quickly. They'll dump it into the right corner. Lewis dump behind the net. Right side. Kings will get it back. Right side. Back left side for Jones. Shot bounces up, goes wide. Jeannot on the left or right side with it. Lewis behind the net. Or Fogle behind the net. Good Lord. Back to the right point. Over to Jones, left side. Shot goes wide. Utah able to clear it up and out. Kesselring and Gunther with the 2 assists on that last Utah goal. Kings hold behind their own net. 9:15 left in the third. Utah now only down 1. Kings passing around their own zone, finally able to get it up and into the Utah zone. Utah get to it first, tries to clear it out. Kept in, shot on net, saved by Ingram. Denault tries to look for the wraparound, nothing there. Utah moving back up the other way now. It's Keller, left side, he'll dump it around. Trying to get it to Gunther, unable to. Anderson there to prevent it first. Kept in. Gunther right side, looking for a shot, blocked. Still with it, he'll get it to Keller on the right side. Right corner, back behind the Kings net. They'll get it up and out. They'll held at the Kings blue line. There will be a whistle. Just a little light offsides there. Cooley with the just kind of tap in right in the front. Utah only down 1. You're listening to Utah LA on Utah 801 Utah Hockey Radio. .824 left in the third. Utah now only down 1. After that miraculous bounce in front by Cooley. Light tip there. Lamoureux behind the Utah net. He'll hold. Passed up to Stenlin. He'll dump it around the right side. Shot in front. Goes wide. Utah to keep it in. McBain behind the Kings net with it. Turcotte tries to get it out. Kings will just barely. Here they come back up the other way. Lee over to Fogle. Bounce over a stick, though. Nothing there. Here comes Utah. Kerfoot at the left side. Forced in the left corner. Kings will get to it first. He's got McBain there to help him. Kings come out on the left side with it. Down in the Utah zone. Not far enough for an icing. Kesselring will pick it up. Over to Keller. Cross ice pass to Schmaltz. Pass back up to Keller. Back to Schmaltz at the right side. He'll put it around the net. Hayton there picks it up, but King's able to get to it. Moving up quickly. Bouncing, Kesselring's able to grab it right back. Here comes Hayton with speed up the other side. Keller, he'll dump it into the right corner. Schmaltz there to pick it off. Good poke check from the Kings to prevent that pass. Bertuzzo will hold it just outside the King zone. He'll dump it around. Left corner, back to the right corner. Schmaltz there with pressure. Bounces up, King's able to come away with it. It's Byfield. But Koliachonic will take it. Bortuzzo over to Bukestad. Up to Koliachonic, moving into the Utah zone, or moving back into the King zone just for a second, moves right back out. Dumped around, King's there to grab it. At least they tried to. Held up the right boards. Maselli moving on the right side. He'll get it back to the right point. Big shot from Gunther. Goes wide. Kempe tries to clear, and he will. Lamoureux with that big shot, not Gunther. Maselli holds it in the Utah zone. Tries to dump it in on net. Goes a little wide. Kings moving back up with it. Rung around the right side. Fogel there to pick it up to the left. Shot on net. Goes wide. Kings keep it in. Wrap behind the net. Cole there to pick it up. Kings looking for a wraparound. Nothing there. Utah moving back up the other way. It's Cooley. Gets it over to Keller. Keller shot from a weird angle. Nothing there. Behind the net. Spence. Pass over to Edmondson. He'll try and clear, and he will. Back to the Utah zone. Kesselring will pick it up. 5:15 left in the third. Gunther up the right side. Now Gunther behind the net with it. Looks for a pass in the front to Cooley. Not able to find him. Kings clear it up and out. Utah there to pick it right back up. Bounced over Sergechev's stick. Kopitar there with pressure. He's got Byfield with him. Pinned up against the right boards of the Utah zone. Bounces out. Here's Anderson moving up the right side. He'll drop to Kempe. Not able to get a pass going there. McBain picks it up on the right side. Dumps and tries to get it up to Stenlund. Bounces too far. Back to Utah zone. Lamoureux picks it right back up. Now back over to Cole. Utah zone. Byfield there with pressure. He'll leave to change. 4:20 left in the third. Utah down 3-2. Shots 24-23, Utah's favor. Here's Keller. Pass up to Schmaltz. Tries to get it in. Unable to. Lamoureux will pick it back up in the Utah zone. Keller holds it. It's nice. He'll pass to the left side. Schmaltz moving in. Drops it back. Dump to the right corner. It's Cole. Back to him behind the net. Pass over to Keller on the right, or Schmaltz on the right side. Sergachev, he'll ring it around the boards. Held up in the right corner. Hayton comes away with it. Back to Sergachev, right side, goes wide. Kesselring held up in the left corner. Kings come away with it, trying to clear. Schmaltz picks it up, or Keller right in the front. Schmaltz, good block by the Kings to prevent that shot from going off. Utah keeps it in, though. Schmaltz. Back to Hayton on the right side. Hayton looking for a shot. He'll take it. Goes wide. Kings finally moving back out with just for a second, though. They'll get it into the Utah zone for the clear. Lamoureux will hold it behind the Utah net. 2:57 left. Here comes Utah moving back up. They'll dump it into the right corner, but for an icing. 2:51 left in the third. Utah only down 3-2. They just need one good shot. But we'll be back in the Utah zone for this face-off, so they'll have to break into the King zone again. Bukestad, Lewis on the draw. Kings win it back. Right point shot, deflected in front. Another shot, goes wide. Takes a bounce from behind the net, doesn't go far enough for a rebound there. Kraus tries to clear it, not able to. Battling in front, now in the right corner. Janot in the right corner with it. Tries to move in front. Put in the left corner, Utah. Finally will clear it out. Kings will pick it right back up, though. Kraus behind the Utah net. He'll leave it back. 2 minutes left in the third. Here's Cooley moving up ice quickly. Over to Gunther, tries to get a pass across, not able to. Utah keep it in. Behind the net, Kings get to it first, trying to clear, and they will. Utah with the empty net. Goes too far for an icing. 1:40 left, Utah with the empty net. Back to the King zone we go. Shot sitting 24-23. Left side draw in the King zone. We'll do the draw again. Believe it, Kopitar and Hayton on the draw. It will. Utah win it back. Left point, ringing around. Tries to get a pass to the right side, not able to. Kings trying to get that shot down for the empty net. Nothing there. Keller circles in the Utah zone. Moving up the right side. Dumped in. Kemper behind the net. He'll fling it around the right side. Utah keep it in. Bounced in front. Nothing there. Kings trying to clear again. Trying to get it out. They will for a sec, but nothing on net. Here's Cooley in the Utah zone. 1 minute left. Cooley moving in. Can't get the shot off. Kings will push to the right side. Up and out of play. 54.6 left in the third. Utah with the empty net down 1. Shots 25-23 Utah. Right side draw in the King zone. And Utah will call their timeout. If nothing else makes me realize I need more banners. Utah looking to draw up a play here. Utah timeout over. 54.6 left in the third. Right side draw, King zone, Stenlin. Denal on the face-off. Tied up at the dot. He'll get it back to Sergachev at the right point. He'll dump it around the right side. Around the left side, Gunther. He'll get it up to Schmaltz in the left corner. Run around to Keller on the right side. Behind the net, back to Keller, right side. Stenlund behind the net with it. 30 seconds left. Back to Sergachev at the point. Back to Keller, right side. Shot to Stenlund in front, goes wide. Or to Hayton in front, goes wide. Held up the left sides. In the front, trying to clear. Kings trying to get it out, unable to. 10 seconds left. Schmaltz moving in, held up against the boards. 5. And the Kings will take this 3-2 in regulation. Final shots 25-23 Utah. But it doesn't matter. Kings have the ones that matter at the end of the day. Next game will be October 28th against the San Jose Sharks, but I will not be calling that one. I will be attending that one. So meet me back here Wednesday the 30th, where Utah will be back home against Calgary. That starts at 7:30. I've been Taryn Holmes. This has been Utah 801, Utah Hockey Radio. Have yourself a good rest of the day.